I want to look at angles in triangles questions just now. So I've drawn one up that's quite a typical question. It's got two triangles within a bigger one. So we've got the big triangle ABC and we've got two smaller ones that you can see just like that. And we're given the information from the marks on our lines that AB is equal to AC, and they'll often write it like that for us as well, just to help us out. We're then asked to work out two different angles. We've been given two, but we've been asked to work out two different ones. The first one I would work out in this case is angle X, because we know that because we have two equal sides, we have an isosceles triangle. And in an isosceles triangle, the base angles are both equal. So if this angle here is 40, and that's the unequal angle, we're going to have the other two angles equal to half of what's missing when we take that from 180. So we're going to do 180 take 40, giving me 140 degrees for these whole angles at the bottom, angle X and angle Y plus the little bit extra at C. So we know that we're going to have those two, and because it's an isosceles triangle, they are going to be equal. So we can say 140 is just divided by 2, which we should know is 70 degrees. So angle X is 70 degrees. Angle Y is possibly slightly easier than that, because we can see we have another triangle here. We've got 40 degrees there and 90 degrees here. 40 add 90 is 130 degrees so far. Angle Y has to join up to make that a triangle, so it's 180 degrees in total. 180 take away the 130, angle Y is equal to 50 degrees. And there are our answers. In this question, we can see that we've got a triangle and one of the sides has been extended into a straight line. It'll be easiest to work out the angle that's missing inside the triangle first. So we have a 50-degree angle and a 60-degree angle. So those two together come to 110 degrees, and we know that angle X must make it up to 180 degrees, because those angles in a triangle always add to 180 degrees. So 180 take away the 110, we know that angle X is 70 degrees. If we know that that's 70 degrees, we can see that, I haven't drawn it very well, we can see that that's a straight line. It was straight until I drawn it. 180 degrees are in a straight line, so we can do 180 take away X, which is 70, and that leaves us with 110 degrees again. So that's angle Y. What's lovely is that you may well spot that the same numbers are coming up all over my board. And that's because the two angles in a triangle that aren't connected to a straight line always add up to the exterior angle of that third side. So having worked this out, if we were to find out, if we wanted to work out what this angle here would be, let's call it angle Z, we now know that this angle, let's mark it on our diagram, is 70 degrees. So we could do 70 add 60 is 130, and that will equal Z. Or we could do 180 take away 50, and that gives us 130. These two angles will always equal the external one outside. But you don't have to remember that if you can't, if you find that tricky, because you can always do the adding up the angles you've got in the triangle and taking it away from 180.